Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I have an incredibly exciting new product review for you. I was sent the brand new signature balm for stretched ears in the mail from Andy Dunn of Southshore Adornments. Southshore Adornments is a UK-based body jewelry company that works in organic materials such as horns and woods, but also Delrin and PTFE, and produce some of my favorite plugs and weights that I've ever worn. They are branching out into their signature line, offering different piercing and piercing care products, and this signature balm is the first step of it. I have known Andy for an incredibly long time. He is a dear friend of mine, but also acutely aware of how picky I am about literally everything because he has had to make jewelry for me before. So everyone go tell Andy sorry because I can be a really tough customer sometimes. So I'm very excited to review this product. In the sake of full transparency, this video is not sponsored, but this was sent to me for free. That being said, Andy knows me, and if I hate this, I will tell you, but if I love it, I will tell you that too. So I am notoriously picky about the products that I will use for my stretched ears. I have pretty sensitive skin with having psoriasis and other skin conditions, and also just like a sensory thing with certain products. So I can definitely be picky about what I choose to use. It is no secret that I'm not really a huge fan of oils. For me, I just really don't like the feeling on my hands and on my ears. And also my ears do best with sort of a more medium moisture. Oils can sometimes clog my pores and just be a little bit too much for me in my ears. Before we even get started, I'm a really big fan of the packaging. This, if you haven't seen these tins before, has this like locking sliding lid, which I really like. And I do like that it is a solid balm. I have met myself and cannot be trusted with things like oils and like anything very liquidy because I will spill it everywhere. I will knock it over. I will bump it. And it just it's really messy and it can get everywhere. If you've had a bottle of vitamin E oil at home for your stretched ears, you know that it can be not great. I know this is a problem for others because I have plenty of clients who just could not manage keeping bottles of vitamin E oil around for their ears. So I know I'm not the only clumsy person. So right off the bat, I like that it has this little locking tin. And if we take a peek on the inside, it is just like a nice solid balm. The idea, as expressed from Andy, is that this stays solid and just a couple rubs from your finger, it'll kind of soften up into almost like a liquid or an oil and you can use it to massage your ears. So I'm pretty excited about that. Of course, I can't resist. I have to smell it. It has a very faint odor. It reminds me of like a very woody candle, but someone opened it next to me. It's not super strong. I like that it's not fragranced because fragrance can be really irritating for a lot of people, myself included. So I love that it's not fragranced, but I think it's just the materials causing this faint smell. And then really quick, oh, it's vegan and cruelty-free. Love that. Oh, and it says fragrance and solvent-free. Ha! Probably could have read that first, but oh well. For ingredients, we've got apricot kernel oil, golden jojoba oil, love me some jojoba oil, rice bran oil, hemp butter, and candelia wax. I probably mispronounced some of that, but you know, whatever. So all nice, like whole ingredients, all totally vegan, all ethically handmade over in the UK, cruelty-free. We love to see it. So now let's get into trying the actual balm. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my hair back so it's out of my way from my ears and then pop out today's plugs. I had some really nice obsidian from Mateo in today, so we'll pop those out. Give my ear a little quick wipe. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, this softens up right away. So it's a solid balm, but the second I like put my finger in here and move it around, it softens right up into an oil. I'm just gonna kind of really rub and get like a nice layer up. All right, so now I've got some on my fingers. It feels pretty nice on my fingers. It's pretty smooth. It's not super oily like a vitamin E oil is or a jojoba oil is. It definitely feels softer on my hands. And I'm just gonna go ahead and rub it on my ears and see how I feel. Immediate first thought is that it's rubbing in pretty nice. It doesn't feel like it's sitting on the surface of my skin the way some products do. If you've ever used like certain primers for your face or certain foundations, you probably know what I mean about feeling like it's just sitting on your skin. This feels like it's absorbing pretty much right away. I didn't use a lot, but it already It feels like it's already rubbed in. And my lobe feels pretty soft and moisturized now. I really like how it feels on my ears. It definitely feels like it's absorbing very easily. And it doesn't feel, let me feel this side. My ear doesn't feel sticky or oily. My ear just feels like moisturized afterwards. Sometimes when I use an oil, especially like my naked oil or jojoba oil, my ear definitely feels oily afterwards. Which sometimes is the point. If I'm oiling my ear to wear like a pair of wood plugs, I do want that little layer of oil left on my ear to pop my plugs in. But most of the time I don't want that. I don't want my ears to feel oily and greasy, especially in the summer when it's hot out. No, thank you. So I do really like how moisturizing and like how much this is absorbing into my skin right now. And we're gonna do a quick plug test. I'm gonna pop my plugs back in and see how they feel going. Oh, those feel good. Oh, those feel good. That's the sound of our cats being a problem. All right, so now for the real test, I'm gonna go grab a pair of wood plugs and see how well those pop in on my lobes. Unoiled, just let's see how they go with this balm. All right, so I went ahead and I grabbed some wood eyelets from Southshore Adornments because we'll test Andy's product on his own stuff. Normally, if I was gonna wear these, I would oil my ears with a straight up oil first, just because wood can be drying and you can feel it on the insert. If you don't oil things first, it feels bad. And I found some moisturizers that I can use and then put wood in, but for the most part, I generally end up needing oils just because most moisturizers are not hydrating enough for me to pop in wood plugs. So I just took these out of my jewelry case. I have not oiled them yet. So let's see how these go in after using the balm. That's gonna be like the true test of things here. And then we'll try the other side. Okay, yeah, really smooth. Really smooth. I could definitely just put this on my ear and throw in some wood plugs and not have to worry about it. So I think it is suffice to say that I'm a huge fan of this already. I really love that it's a solid in a little tin, and I don't have to worry about spilling it or anything like that. I really, really like how it feels on my ears. If I had to describe my ears after using it, I would almost say it's like a velvety texture. It reminds me of some of my like fancy moisturizers, like the water cream from Tatcha and things like that, that really just feel like they sink right into my skin and my skin absorbs it right up. That's what this feels like for my lobes. I do feel like a residue of it on my lobes, which for me is what I want. If I'm moisturizing my lobes and hydrating my lobes, especially to put jewelry in, I want to have a little bit of a moisture barrier, especially if I'm wearing things like wood or horn or silicone, anything that's going to end up being more drying on my ears during the day. I want to add that little bit of extra moisture to my lobes before I wear it. That way I don't deal with any dryness issues. That being said, this doesn't feel like vitamin E oil or like jojoba oil or the thicker naked oils where my ear literally feels like wet and oily afterwards, which I also don't like, especially during the humid summer months because I can struggle with wet ear. This just leaves my ear feeling hydrated. It feels moisturized, but it doesn't feel oily and it definitely doesn't feel dry. I really like that it's vegan and cruelty free. I really like that it's fragrance free. And despite the fact that this tin is pretty small, because of the nature of the product, this is probably going to last you a while. I oil or treat my ears with some form of moisturizer daily, and I would say a tin of this size will probably last me almost a year. We'll see. I'm going to keep testing this out and using it over the next couple of months, but I think this is going to last me for quite a while. I'm really impressed with this product. If you've been looking for something to use on your stretched lobes, you're looking for something to try out, or you tried other things and they just haven't quite been perfect, I would definitely suggest trying this. This is clearly so thoughtfully made for our industry and for people with stretched ears. I'm gonna go ahead and put a link to this in my comments. If you are interested in purchasing, please do. If you try it, let me know what you think about it. And I'm going to keep testing this out over the next couple of weeks to months, and especially as we get into the colder weather season. That's when my lobes are the most picky. That is the trickiest thing for me. So look forward to seeing me do a follow-up video come winter time about how this works for me in the cold and about my favorite cold weather lobe products. But so far, I think this might be the winner. This might be winter's new ear moisturizer, which is wild because I've been using the Belief cream on my ears for like the last 5 years, but this might beat it. This might be my new favorite. All right, folks, that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. As per usual, if you like the content I put out, please hit like and subscribe, and I look forward to hanging out and chatting with y'all again soon. Bye.